going to say about halophytes. What do you mean by halophytes? Phyte means plants, halo means saline. Saline means salt. So plants which are living on salty water or salty soil are called as halophytes. So there are special type of halophytic plants which grow on soil with high concentration of salts. Example, Rhizophora, Solanaceae and Abyssinia are some examples for halophytes. In mangrove vegetations, Sundarban forest, these are all having halophytes. So halophytes are usually found near the seashore and estuaries. The soils are physically wet but physiologically dry. They are having rich amount of water, but this water is not possible to absorb by the plants. That is why it is called physiological dry. Water is there, but plants are unable to absorb this water. A specialized adaptation to be needed to absorb this water. As plants cannot use salt water directly, they require filtration of salt using physiological process. This vegetation is also known as mangrove forest and the plants are called as mangroves. What are the morphological adaptation? The temperate halophytes are herbaceous. Temperate halophytes are herbaceous means small plants. But the tropical halophytes are mostly bushy. Bushy means shrub. In addition to normal roots, many stilt roots are there. These are also called as respirating roots or nematophores. So a special type of negatively geotrophic. Geo means earth. Usually the roots are moving towards earth. But these are the specialized roots which are growing against the earth. That means moving towards the sun. So that is why these are called as negatively geotrophic. Because in the saline water, they are dissolving less amount of oxygen and carbon dioxide. In order to get oxygen, they want to breathe. Hence, certain roots may be arises away from the salty water. A special type of negative geotrophic roots called nematophores with lot of nematodes to get sufficient aeration are also present. They are called breathing roots. Example, Abyssinia. Presence of thick cuticle on the aerial parts of the plant body. Leaves are thick, entire, succulent, and glossy, shining leaves are there. Some species are aphillous. Aphillous means there is no leaves at all. So without leaves, some plants may be there. Vivipairing mode of seed germination is found in halophytes. What do you mean by vivipairing? Vivipairing is nothing but usually seeds used to be germinate on the soil, but in halophytes, the seeds are germinate in the plant itself. This condition is called vivipairing. I shall show you a picture. So this is vivipairing. So this is a parent plant. These are having fruit. Inside the fruit, seeds are there. The seeds are germinated by themselves on the plant itself. After germination, they are dropping down. Then they are growing. So this germination is called viviparous germination. What do you call? Vivipairing mode of seed germination is found in halophytes. Then what is anatomical adaptation? Epidermis cells of stem is heavy, cutinized. Cuticle is heavy, almost sparse and are filled with oil and tannins. So in order to protect by themselves, these are all various conditions are present in the halophytes. Star-shaped sclerites are H-shaped, heavy thickened spicules are that are also present to provide mechanical strength to cortex present in the stem. The leaves may be dorsiventral, upper surface and lower surface, or isobilateral, single part, with salt secreting glands. The leaves are secreting salt. They are called as hydrodoles. Then, specialized types of physical adaptations. What are the special type of physical adaptation? High osmotic pressure exists in some plants because they are living in salty water. That is why they need a specialized types of adaptation. Seed germinate in fruit of mother plant itself. Seed germinate in the fruit of mother plant itself. This is called as vivipairing. That's all about the modification or adaptation which will be done by halophytes. And finally, we are concluding with dispersal of fruits and seeds. Both fruits and seeds are possess attractive color. Odor means smell, shapes and taste, needed for dispersal by birds, mammals, reptiles, fish, ants, insect, even human being, or sometimes even earthworm as well. So seed consists of an embryo, stored food material like endosperm, and a protective covering called seed coat. These are all might be present, then only they can able to survive. As seeds contain miniature but dormant future plant. That means miniature future plant is present inside the seed. If you open any types of seed, inside a small plant might be there. They are called as plumule. Their dispersal is an important criterion for distribution and establishment of plants over a wide geographical area. The disseminations of seeds and fruits to various distance from parent plant is called seed and fruit dispersal. That means the fruits and seeds might be dispersed away from the parent plant, which can able to distribute to germinate lot of plants in the same kinds. This is called perpetuation of race, which can be done due to dispersal. Dispersal means they are spreading. The seeds and fruits are spreading to germinate. It takes place with the help of ecological factors such as wind, water and animals. Seed dispersal is a regeneration process of plants, plant populations, and common means of colonizing new area to avoid seeding level competition and from natural enemies like herbivores. If they are being in the same place near to the mother plant, lot of competition might be there. Lot of natural enemies like herbivores or frugivores or pathogens might be there. That is why they should be dispersed away from the mother plant. Fruit maturation and seed dispersal is influenced by many ecological favorable conditions such as season. For example, summer season is suitable environment and seasonally availability of dispersal of agent like birds, insects, etc. Seeds require agents for dispersal which are crucial in plant community dynamics in many ecosystems around the globe. So about seed dispersal already we discussed in the first unit itself, but even though we can able to see, they offer many benefits to communities such as food and food nutrition. Migrations of seeds across habitat and help the spreading of plant genetic diversity, which is most important for dispersal. So this dispersal might be takes place by wind, which will be dispersed by air, which will be dispersed by animals, which will be dispersed by water, which will be dispersed by themselves. They are depend upon these various types of agents. They are having different name. Suppose if the seeds or fruits are dispersed by wind, these are called as anemochory. Anemo means air, so they are dispersed by wind means anemochory. If they are dispersed by water, hydrochory. If they are dispersed by animals, zoochory. If they are dispersed by themselves by auto explosion, they are called as autochory. So depends upon various agents, this dispersal will be vary. First of all, we are going to discuss about dispersal by wind, that is called as anemochory. Some of the example, Asclepiades. Asclepiades means earth, Calotropis. Similarly, Gyrocarpus. These are all dispersed by wind. These are having a special adaptation. They are having very lightweighted and more amount of seeds might be produced. These are easily which can be carried by wind. So the dispersal by wind is very easy for air. The individual seeds or the whole fruits may be modified to help for fit the dispersal by wind. How can they modify it? Wind dispersal of fruits and seed is quite common in tall trees, some of the grass plant as well. The adaptations of wind dispersal of plants, it's a minute seeds. Seeds might be minute. Seeds are minute, very small, light weighted and with inflated and covering. These will be helping the seeds to disperse very far away. Example, orchids. Some of the seeds are forming wing-like structure. Seeds or whole fruits are flattened. See here, these seeds, Gyrocarpus are having wing-like structure. Because of this wing-like structure or flattened-like structure, they can able to fly along with the wind. So these are the special adaptation to carry in the wind. So seeds or whole fruits are flattened to form a wing. Example, maple, Gyrocarpus or Dipterocarpus or Terminalia. These are all some example. Feathery appendages. That means the seeds are having feather-like appendages. If it is having feathery appendages, along with the wind, they can be able to carry very easily. So seeds or fruits may have feathery appendages which greatly increase the buoyancy to disperse the high altitude. Example, Vernonia asclepiadaceae. Sensor mechanism. The fruits of many plants open in such a way that the seeds can escape only when the fruits are violently shaken by strong wind. Then they can disperse. Example, Aristolochia. Then we are going to see about next category. This is called as dispersal by water. They are called as hydrochory. Hydro means water, chory means dispersal. So dispersal by water are called as hydrochory. Best example, we can see in the seashore area. Coconut are transport from one place to other places. So if you see in our area like Rameswaram, in this seashore area, we can have very big size of coconut plant. These are from Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka plant is entirely different. These are dispersed by water. So these are example for dispersed hydrochory. Similarly, Nalampa means lotus. Lotus is also are dispersed by waters. So disposal of seeds and fruits by water usually occurs in those plants which are growing in or near to the water bodies. Adaptations of hydrochory are specialized. Apconical receptacle with prominent in air spaces. Example, Nilamba. So these are having, see here, these are apconical receptacle. So which are easily can able to carry by water, which are able to freely float on the surface of water. Presence of fibrous mesocarp and light pericarp. Example, coconut. Seeds are light, small, provided with air, which enclose air, like nymphea. The fruits may be inflated, flat, like Heritaria. Seeds by themselves would not be float by carried by water current. So these are various types of adaptation to dispersal of fruit. Students, now we shall discuss about the dispersal by animals. This is also called as zoochory. Zoochory is nothing but birds and mammals, including human beings, play an efficient and an important role in dispersal of fruits and seeds, or called as dispersal by animals. They have certain specialized devices to carry on this dispersal. For example, some of the fruits are having hooked fruit. That means the fruits are having a hook-like structure. So the surface of the fruits or the seeds have a hook-like structure. Example, xanthium. Then some other fruits like bobs, andropogon. Certain fruits are having spines called aristida, by means of which they can adhere to the body of animals or cloth of human being and get dispersed. Similarly, some sticky fruits and seeds are also will be helping to disperse of fruits. Some fruits have a sticky glandular hair by which they can adhere to the fur or grazing animals. So, some of the fruits are having a sticky glandular hairs. These are easily stick on the fur or hair or on the grazing animals like cow, goat, sheep, buffaloes. On these animals they can be easily adhere. Then they spread from one place to other place to disperse the fruits and seeds. Example, Boerhaavia and Clio are very good example for dispersing in this mechanism. Some of the fruits have viscid layer which adhere to the peak of the bird. Whenever the birds are visiting the fruits in the plant, and if they bite the fruits, the peaks will be having a small, a long peak which will be having adhering nature with some seeds. So these seeds or fruits may be adhere with this peak. Then what happened? They can able to spread. So the birds which eat them, when they rub them onto the branches of trees, they disperse and germinate. Example, cordia, alangium. These are all some example. Some other way they can able to disperse. Some animals will be helping to disperse by fleshy fruits. Some of the fleshy fruits with conspicuous color, beautiful color, like mango, papaya. These are very delicious, fleshy, tasty. So which will easy to attract various birds, squirrel, even human being. So the conspicuous colors are dispersed by human being to distinct places after conception. So after conception, the seeds might be dispersed here and there. They can able to spread. Example, mango, Diplocyclos. So these are some example of anemochory or zoochory. That means they can able to spread by various types of animals. Similarly, dispersal of fruits and seeds by explosive mechanism by autochory. Autochory means they can explode by themselves. The fruits or the seeds might be exploded by themselves on the plant itself. So these are called as autochory, dispersal by explosive mechanism. Some fruits burst suddenly with a force enabling to throw the seeds to a little distance far away from the plant. So these are called as autochory. So autochory shows the following important adaptation. The mere touch of some plants causes ripened fruits to explode suddenly. So after ripening of the fruits, easily whenever if there is any drop of water or if heavy sunlight, immediately they will suddenly explode. And seeds are thrown away with great force. So this is some example. Some of the plant like Imbasis symbiosis, balsam plant and hara plant, these are the fruits can explode. The seeds will be disposed away. Some of the pulses, green gram, Bengal gram, red gram, these are also might be exploded by themselves. Some fruits, when they come in contact with the water, particularly after a shower of rain. So after shower of rain, what happened? They immediately try to burst or explode. Burst suddenly with a noise and scatter the seeds away. Example, Rulia, Grasandra. These are some example when if there is any rain is happened, these are exploded by themselves and disperse the seeds. Certain long pods explode with a loud noise like cracker and scattering the seeds in all directions. Bauhinia Willi, camel foot climber. So these are some examples for explosive mechanism. That is autochory, dispersed by themselves. The plant or the fruit itself they can disperse. As the fruits matures, tissues around the seeds are converted into mucilaginous fluid, due to which a high turgor pressure might be developed inside the fruit. Due to this turgor pressure, that might be which leads to the dispersal of seeds by explosive mechanism. Example, Ecbalium. This is also called as squirting cucumber. Then Gyrocarpus. Then Dipterocarpus. These are all some examples. So this is the fruit of Ecbalium. So they can be able to export by themselves. This is Imbasis symbiosis, balsam plant. So this is flower, this is fruit. After maturity, if there is any rain, immediately it is explode out and disperses seed far away from the plant. So these are some explosive mechanism which is called autochory. Now we are going to see about how human being aided to seed dispersal. It is very common phenomenon by seed ball mechanism. What is seed ball? Seed ball is an ancient Japanese technique actually. Usually Japanese people, they used to do the seed ball mechanism. They encasing the seeds in a mixture of clay and soil humus. So along with some cow dung and scattering them onto a suitable ground. Suitable ground means in that place there is no seed or any plant might not be there. So it is a very empty space. In that empty space, if you throw out, they can germinate by themselves when there is in a favorable condition like rain. So they are scattering them onto the suitable ground, not planting of trees manually. So if you are, it is not the mechanism to planting the trees. It is throwing them. It is a ball-like structure. That means a ball which will be formed by mixture of clay and some amount of soil humus along with some cow dung. Then here and there some seeds are also will be embedded. Then you have to throw away wherever the place are being barren. Barren means empty space. So this method is suitable for barren and degraded lands for tree regeneration. And vegetation before monsoon period where the suitable dispersal agents become rare. So in this way we can able to, human being are very much helpful to disperse the seeds. This is called seed ball mechanism. So here, look at here. Actually this is seed ball. The seed balls are consist of lot of seeds here. So these are having humus, some amount of clay, some cow dung also mixed with these seeds. The seeds are germinated by themselves in the seed ball itself. So which will be thrown away on the soil, which are being very barren, or there is no area of plant. In that plant they can be able to germinate after the regular monsoon season. What are the advantages of seed dispersal? By seed ball mechanism. Seeds escape from mortality near the parent plant. If the seeds are falling near to the parent plant, so mortality rate will be increased. Mortality means death rate. So if there is any more number of plants, there is a heavy competition. Due to the competitions, what happened? Competition for space, competition for nutrients, competition for water, competition for even atmosphere. For everything, there will be a competition between the same intraspecific interaction between the same plant. So if you are throwing away, so these seeds are very easily escape from mortality. So the seeds escape from mortality near the parent plant due to predation by animals or getting diseases and also avoiding competition. Dispersal also gives you a chance to occupy favorable sites for growth. It is an important process in the movement of plants. Genes, particularly, this is the only method available for self-fertilized flowers and maternally transmitted genes in outcrossing plants. So this is a special characteristic features which will be done by seed dispersal. Seed dispersal by animals helps in conservation of many species, even in human altered ecosystem. So seed dispersal by animals will be helping the conservation of many species. That means unknowingly or unknowingly, if you are throwing away the seeds after eating the fruits, these are conserving a lot of small plants, lot of important plants, lot of many species of plants can be conserved due to this mechanism of dispersal. So understanding of the fruits and seed dispersal acts as a key for proper functioning and establishment of many ecosystems from desert to evergreen forest, and also for the maintenance of biodiversity conservation and restoration of ecosystem. So seed dispersal is also making the biodiversity will be conserved and the ecosystem will be restored. These are all will be possible whether we are knowingly or unknowingly. If we are throwing by either wind or water or animals or even human being or by autoquery by themselves, So due to this dispersal, we will conserve the many plants. Now we are going to see about ecologically important days. These ecologically important days are very much important for 2 more questions. They used to ask in examination. March 21st, World Forest Day. 21st March will be observed as World Forest Day. 22nd April is considered as Earth Day. 22nd April will be considered as Earth Day. So 22nd May we used to observe World Biodiversity Day. So World Biodiversity Day used to be observed on 22nd May every year. June 5th day of June month, World Environment Day. 7th July 7th, Vana Mahotsava Day. Vana Mahotsava Day. September 16th, we used to celebrate International Ozone Day. All the importance of these days will be discussed in 8th chapter. In the 8th chapter, the importance of these all ecological important days will be involved. You know very well about these are all the days, how these are very much important as far as ecology is concerned. As far as how do we protect the environment, how the interrelationship between the biotic and abiotic components will be preserved or conserved.